Today, we're going to cut right through the incredible amount of noise in the real estate investing space and systematically break down what the LandShark Mastermind truly is. And let's be real for a second. That noise, it is literally deafening right now. It feels like everyone with a smartphone is suddenly a real estate mogul, right? Our social media feeds are just completely clogged with conflicting, generic advice. So we're going to bypass all of that today. We're going to separate the actual execution-level facts from all the marketing fluff so you know exactly what it takes to actually scale a portfolio in today's market.
Now let's start by acknowledging the heavy skepticism that so many new and honestly even active investors are feeling right now. It's a completely valid reaction. You look around the industry and you just see this endless parade of overpriced courses. They're usually pitched by stage-talking gurus, standing in front of a rented Lamborghini or, a private jet they definitely don't own, making these massive overnight wealth promises. Investors are just exhausted by it. People are desperately looking for real execution support. You want actual deal flow. You want hard data. You don't want just another flashy PDF to read on the weekend that literally leaves you stranded right back where you started.
To really understand the value here, we need to dive into 3 massive myths about LandShark and replace them with reality. First up is the myth that this is just another generic course where you sit back and watch hours of pre-recorded videos. Look, if we're being completely honest, free information is already all over the internet. You can self-teach the basics for free, but generic courses, they're actually kind of dangerous. Imagine buying a strategy built by an investor in California and trying to blindly apply it to rural Ohio. It's a recipe for disaster. The reality here is curated education. That means the direction is tailored specifically to your exact goals, your specific local market, and the actual active deals you're looking at today. It's a personalized strategy with real, ongoing accountability.
Our second major distinction tackles the whole guru myth. You know exactly the type of program we're talking about here, where someone stands on a stage and tells you to simply copy the one lucky thing they did a decade ago. The problem there is, a guru tells you what worked for them in 2014, when interest rates were practically zero. The reality of LandShark is that it's built entirely around real operators. We are talking about people who are in the trenches right this very second, actively building massive portfolios. They are navigating current interest rates, current supply chain issues, and current market shifts. You're learning from and working directly with individuals grounded in what is actively working today, not some outdated theory from a totally different economic era.
And finally, the third myth is that joining means you're still stuck on a do-it-yourself island. If you have ever felt that deep isolation of analyzing a massive spreadsheet at 2 in the morning, wondering if you completely miscalculated the rehab costs, and you're just terrified to pull the trigger because you have absolutely no one to gut check your numbers, well, this reality changes everything. LandShark is a highly interactive ecosystem. Founders, members, and investors are networking, analyzing, and pitching opportunities daily. You aren't just handed a manual and told good luck. Instead, you have a network sharing actual contractors, real lenders, and active capital.
So, when you strip away all that industry noise we just talked about, the entire LandShark ecosystem rests firmly on 3 non-negotiable pillars. Number 1, curated education tailored to your market. Number 2, access to real operators who are currently active. And number 3, a highly interactive deal-making community. These aren't just corporate buzzwords, guys. They are the literal foundation. The entire architecture of the program is designed to be an engine built purely around execution. It's all about getting you out of analysis paralysis and into actual deal flow. Take a guy like Roman R., for example. He's a real estate veteran with 25 years in the game. Just imagine doing something manually for 2.5 decades, building your entire career on traditional methods, and then completely throwing those old methods away because you found a system that is just infinitely better. He flat out stated he'll never go back to manual real estate underwriting after experiencing LandShark's Deal Hunter system. This is exactly what validates the ecosystem. Real seasoned operators are using this infrastructure to completely ditch manual spreadsheets and all the agonizing headaches and human errors that come with them.
And the engine powering that kind of massive transformation for veterans like Roman? It really boils down to a huge reduction in wasted time. 60%. That is the amount of due diligence time LandShark's AI-powered underwriting just completely cuts out of your schedule. Think about what that grunt work actually entails for a second. You're pulling county tax records, you're manually estimating 50 different rehab line items, pulling rent comparables across multiple zip codes. It's exhausting. By eliminating 60% of that heavy lifting, you can review triple the amount of deals without burning out. And you do it with absolute confidence.
Just imagine feeding a property address into a system and instantly seeing a fully validated underwriting model. In a matter of minutes, the system surfaces the exact metrics that actually determine if a deal is viable.
If you're newer to the jargon, things like cash-on-cash returns basically show how much cash your invested money is making you right now, while internal rate of return, or IRR, calculates your true profitability over the entire lifespan of the investment. You instantly get a realistic look at whether a multifamily property could yield a $1.5 million profit, or if a self-storage facility is going to hit that massive 46% IRR. And it's all backed by real rent benchmarks and real sale comps. What is absolutely crucial to understand here is the infrastructure providing those numbers. This technology is deeply integrated with the Titan Impact Group. This AI integration means you receive verified, unbiased due diligence reports. And unbiased is the absolute keyword there. Emotion is the enemy of real estate investing. Investors frequently catch what we call deal heat. You fall in love with the property's potential while completely ignoring the glaring red flags in the neighborhood or, the foundation. This system removes human emotion entirely, leaving you with pure, unadulterated data to make your decisions.
Okay, so if the technology is this powerful and the community is highly active, how do you actually step into the arena? Well, it isn't a rigid, one-size-fits-all toll booth. There are 3 distinct support levels that scale perfectly alongside your ambition. They're intentionally designed to match exactly where you are in your investing journey right now. So whether you're working on your very first duplex or your 50th commercial property, there's a place for you. Let's break down the actual investor avatars for these tiers. If you're just dipping your toes in, or maybe you found a property but need a safety net before wiring your earnest money, the a la carte option for $500 gives you expert eyes for a crystal clear go or no-go recommendation. Now, if you are ready to scale full-time, the $10,000 investor membership acts as your daily operational hub, granting 12 months of live deal room access and proven templates. And for the really serious, high-volume operators out there, the $20,000 Investor Plus AI tier literally builds custom Deal Hunter AI workflows right into your enterprise and puts you at the very front of the line for major joint venture discussions.
And speaking of making deals happen, welcome to the beating heart of the entire membership, the Diving for Dollars Deal Room. Listen, this is not some theoretical chat forum where people casually discuss what they might do one day. This is a living, breathing marketplace. Inside this room, the community converges to actually get business done. You have members bringing a pipeline of thoroughly vetted, active deals, and they are bringing them face-to-face with a pipeline of hungry investors and capital ready to deploy. It is the exact place where capital literally meets opportunity.
To maintain that incredible momentum, the community follows a really intentional weekly rhythm. Real estate is undeniably stressful, so the approach here is incredibly holistic. Monday through Friday, that is pure, relentless execution. Members are actively analyzing deals, putting capital to work, and attending the live daily webinars, but the weekends are specifically dedicated to the human element. Saturday and Sunday are used to step back and grow together personally. This intentional balance is exactly what prevents burnout and builds the genuine trust required to do massive deals together.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. As we established right at the beginning, you do not need to pay someone to learn basic definitions. Free content is everywhere. But the real, advanced tools, the seasoned operators, the active capital, all of that is waiting inside this ecosystem. The only question left isn't whether the system works. The operators and the data completely prove that it does. The real question is, are you finally ready to stop swimming in circles by yourself and step into the tank?